This mood reel acts as not only a way to visualize the film, but also as an extension of our mood board. Consider it as a scrapbook of our inspirations and desired concepts. We decided to only use the wild track from each location, as it provided more realism and would force the audience to focus on the character dynamics and story without distractions. Lady Bird was a big inspiration for us, as it is a coming-of-age film, which fits in nicely with our chosen genre. We really wanted to emulate its aesthetic, as the colours are quite vibrant, yet have a nostalgic vintage feel to them. We've included this sequence as we'd like to begin our film with their journey to the house and establish the character dynamics as soon as we can. This clip from Doctor Who's Knock Knock portrays how we'd like to edit the scene and the atmosphere of the first encounter. The shots are quite basic and easy to emulate, which would save time for our own production. For our kitchen scene, we wanted to keep the surroundings relatively normal, with some decorative elements giving a faint, fantastical feel. This clip from Friend Like Me is used in juxtaposition to Hair and Brimstone. In the former, we witness a mundane conversation alongside the strange, eccentric character Kale, alluding to the slightly unhinged nature of the house. We would also like to draw inspiration from the lighting and colour scheme for our own kitchen. We have some LED colour-changing fairy lights, and so this could be easily achieved. Oscar's Hotel was our fundamental inspiration, as we were intrigued by its mechanics. When Oliver opens the door to the forest, this reflection of light is something we wanted to emulate ourselves. These shots from How It Feels are similar to our own vision in how we wanted to showcase the beauty of the forest. In addition, this clip from Moonrise Kingdom displays how we plan to experiment with Ruby's zany tour guide character.
Many miles of intersecting footpaths and dirt trails, and a ferry that runs twice daily from Stone Cove.
A key element of the film is the darkroom and what it represents to the characters and their dynamic. We used a scene from Lullaby. The character appears to be in a void with only a single source of light, emphasizing their isolation and mental state. In our sequence, we plan to achieve this by using a laptop as our sole source of light. In the final room, we wanted to create a more serene feeling. One of the ways we'd achieve this is through a bokeh effect, like that in the Grand Budapest Hotel. We initially chose Clifton Cathedral for this location. It is also the location of the climax of the film, which itself acts as a juxtaposition to the location due to the heated argument. We were unable to get filming permission, and so were forced to reconsider and decided on the docks. Although this meant that we'd be unable to achieve our desired bokeh effect, it pertained a similar zen feel, further enhanced by the sound of the waves. In addition, Sam's ginger hair would contrast nicely against the blue from the water and costume. In the colour grading phase of post-production, we would add a blue tinge to this scene, indicating the mood of the group at this stage in the narrative. This is also explored with a scene from Submarine, where Jordana and Oliver are arguing at quite a gloomy seaside. Finally, we chose the finale from Fresh Meat, as it lends itself nicely to the atmosphere that we were trying to create. The trio are now trapped in the house and have to live there, regardless of the state of their friendship. Furthermore, Fresh Meat is a comedy drama, with students and their shared house as the primary focus, much like in our own film. In order to make it more obvious that they're trapped in a cycle, a 1 year later intertitle was added, followed by the repeated introduction sequence. In our film, we would swap the roles of the current and prospective tenants, while keeping everybody's personalities the same. We wanted it to be vaguely creepy, yet not overtly so, with the happy tone disguising what is going on behind the scenes.